Good morning, Akashic Academy community page. And we are Spirit Sessions, A View of the Light. And we're here today with one of the youngest guests we've ever had. In fact, she is the youngest guest we've had, Viv Kinnaman. And that saying, a child shall lead, is what came to my mind today. And Viv is going to talk to us and give us some hints. And while we're getting ready here, while everyone's coming on, could you please share it out? The most shares this week went with Teresa, but Viv also has a special gift today for us. So please share it out. Share it out to your groups. There's information here that's going to help save the planet. So it's a cause near and dear to my heart because I've been on the Land Stewardship Council for the last years, I guess. And I, like Viv, she just inspires me so much because I'm so happy to see the young ones picking up the torch and taking it. And next, Marie, will you please introduce our very special guest?
I would be honored to. All right, so here's a little bio about the beautiful Vivian Kinnaman. Vivian Kinnaman is vivacious and outgoing fourth grader. She often publicly addresses her school community during weekly hearth ceremonies, giving appreciation to her schoolmates and teachers. Viv excels at dance, gymnastics, skiing, singing, and is crazy flexible. She is a chef, a fashion designer, a slime expert, a clue champion, and a steward of Mother Earth. Viv is a loving sister to her brothers Jack and London and is the most intelligent of all children. I think that's a pretty awesome bio, Viv.
Yeah, they don't hold a candle to me.
So here's a question for you, just to get to know you a little bit before we get into what it is that you're going to be doing. And there's a part about gymnastics. I think that gymnastics is amazing. It takes a lot of strength to do that, and the moves are really hard. So how do you work through that when you have a hard time learning a move? What is something that maybe your mom's even offered you for advice to how to be able to get the move down?
Well, what my mom said. So one day she was walking around the house and she goes, "Why is it so easy for me to make $100,000 a month?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then she said, "Well, when you ask that question to yourself, your brain starts to believe it." So I started asking myself, why is it so easy for me to do a back handspring? Why is it so easy for me to do an aerial? And I started learning those skills faster and better.
That is awesome. Beautiful. I love that. And congrats on learning those because those are really hard. So go you. That's awesome. So you want to talk about the environment today, and it's really, really important for you that we start taking better care of Mother Earth, huh? So why is this so important to you? What is it that has come into your life that maybe has made this more important for you right now?
Well, I mean, just a couple of years ago, I was sitting in my boring public school all like, should I really listen to this? And then just last year, I went to a new amazing place, the Tahoe Expedition Academy. And I started learning so much more about the environment and realized how important it is to take care of it.
Awesome answer. And I know that we all have that. We know that we need to take care of it, but we're not always so good at taking the steps. There's things that we can do personally in our homes. So do you want to go into your presentation now? You want to start that and we can do your slideshow? All right, let's do that. And then we'll save questions for after.
We'll do a share screen, okay?
Yes.
Mom might have to help here, but that's okay. I still can't get the share
it's
screen.
It's an Emily cameo.
Yeah. And pay attention, guys. Think in your brains what you can personally do because there'll be a quiz at the end.
Yes.
And everybody's saying, "Yay, Viv! Nice to see you here." So there's a lot of clapping going on. We've got 33 people on watching you. No pressure.
Awesome.
At least. Let's get
started.
Okay.
Welcome, I'm Vivian, and I'm going to teach you how to take care of the environment properly. So you see this? Beautiful, right? This is coral. What if I told you it's actually dying? Shocking, I know. The reason these corals are so beautiful and vibrant is because it's trying to communicate something. It's dying. It's dying, and it's trying to tell you Save me, please. Our coral is in trouble, but you can help. So you see all this? When this is burned, it lets out a deadly gas to coral called a greenhouse gas, which traps heat in the earth. And unfortunately, the ocean coral sucks up this heat, and that kills the coral. But it saves us. If the ocean didn't do that, the earth would be 120 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a lot more than humans can take in to survive. Did you know that cars also let out greenhouse gases? This is where you come in. If you and your family are going to the park, walk. If you walk instead of drive, you're sparing us all. LNT. LNT stands for leave no trace. So, for example, at the beach, when you eat a sandwich and you leave a Ziploc on the floor, it's like throwing away your earth. Now, I know it sounds a little weird because after all, it's just a plastic bag. But when it flies off into the ocean and the animal eats it, gets sick and dies. Same with any trash. Once an organization found a straw in a sea turtle's nose. Poor baby. So keep your trash with you until you find a proper place to dispose of it. And so it doesn't get into an animal. You might say there are no trash cans to throw away my stuff. I need a trash can. But have you ever thought the reason there is no trash can is because there's no one to take it out? A helping hand. So I know that our environment does not literally have hands and need to be helped up a mountain, but you can still help them, and it's pretty easy. If you walk to close places instead of drive, no greenhouse gases are let out. If you have trash, dispose of it properly instead of throwing it on the ground. There are many other ways that will be shared after this next slide. Keep Tahoe Blue. Keep Tahoe Blue is an organization to help our planet stay healthy and strong. When Keep Tahoe Blue goes out, they do community service, like picking up trash that was not put there by them. That is called being a steward to the earth. You can make donations to Keep Tahoe Blue and keep our earth healthy. Volunteering. You can make donations to Keep Tahoe Blue, or you can just help like them. One kid can make a difference. You can volunteer for local communities that pick up trash and help the earth. If that's not your thing, go to a senior center or a children's hospital and inspire them and teach them about the earth. The more you know, the more you can help. Also, you can make signs and hand out flyers to people to spread knowledge and help others understand that the earth is being destroyed. You can help. So, I already have said a couple of ways that you can help, but there are some more. Did you know that vegetarian diets are helping the earth tremendously? The beef and other animals' meats that we eat are being processed in the machines that do let out gases, greenhouse gases. If meat is cut out of your diet, you are helping. Another way is to turn off the light when you leave a room, or when you're on the computer, or whatever it is that you do. Turn it off. You're welcome, parents. Those energies could be used for other things, and they just heat up things. Also, the electrical bill goes down. So, I've learned all of this at school and not in a classroom. What? How? Simple. Tahoe Expedition Academy. T. My school goes on crazy trips and travels almost every day. 80% of our learning happens outside, so we actually engage in what we are learning about. So I am grateful to share this knowledge with you guys. Even though you don't go to school there, you can still do things like us. Encourage Meatless Monday. Start a Tuesday trash committee with kids who will pick up trash. Do clubs that go on trips and help the earth in great ways. That will help our earth slowly but surely. So there are some things that I know and how you can help our earth. If you know any other ways to help and I did not mention, tell me now and share your knowledge. Any questions?
That was very
Thank you for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned some valuable things. Bye.
Excellent.
That was so
Thank
good.
you, Viv. Hey, Viv, this is where you want people to share the good ideas with you right here on the broadcast, and you'll pick the best idea and give them a recorded or a card reading, won't you? So everybody post what you do to help the environment at home, and Viv will get some nice ideas. about that. We were discussing some other ideas, but what did you learn? That we were just talking about something about how we can help the environment using our pocketbook.
Yeah, so
Did you
like
think
when
about?
you have some money to spend and you already have a ton of shirts in your closet and you see this new shirt and you're like, oh my God, I want that so much. You don't even really need that shirt. You want it. And yeah.
Do you think that goes with like how you buy stuff too and packaging? You know how they always have the cute little packaging. What do you think about that? Like when you go to the grocery store, do you take up? Do you do? What do you take your own bags, your own reusable bags?
Well, we try to, but we always forget. And then we see the signs and we're like, oh, we should have brought our bags.
Keep them in
Yeah,
the car.
yeah. We have about
That
10,000 in our
way.
car.
Yeah.
Same with us in our cabinets.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a work in progress, though. Every step that you take to do something good for the environment is a huge difference. You know, even if it doesn't feel like it, it is. And so if you're always trying and always doing something, like if you remember to take a shorter shower, or if you remember to shut off the lights, or if you remember to, not get plastic trash bags, or, things like that. Like anything that you can do, any step is going to make a huge difference, right?
How about
So,
planting some gardens? Planting
mhm.
your gardens, whether it's flowers or for the bees, or whether it's herbs for yourself, or it's
Yes.
a full vegetable garden, that helps, right? And I don't know, somebody else, you guys, in the audience, can you put some of those, you do it? I know up here in Canada, we're into recycling a lot. We recycle and we reuse a lot. We have the 3 R's: recycle, reuse, and reduce. So those
Nice.
are our 3 R's that we teach
Yes.
up here.
We actually just read a article in our classroom about bees and how they pollinate the crops that we use to live, like the fruits and the vegetables that we like, and how the bees go around and then they pollinate the crops, and then we have great fruits and vegetables.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love the
And
bees.
and we have to help our pollinators by actually planting flower gardens and planting like container gardens. If you don't have the space out on your thing, helps a lot. And what about other things you do? Do you do planting trees with your group?
We
Have
actually
you?
did last year. We went out to a forest around Tahoe and we planted sugar pines all throughout there. We spent like 3 hours out there just planting sugar pine trees.
What was
And
that for? What was
that
that?
was
Like?
because the bark beetles that I actually learned about last year in one of my expeditions. We were doing an expedition about trees, and we learned that there are these little things called bark beetles that go inside the trees and eat away what helps them live and what helps them grow. And sugar pines are one of the only trees who, when they drop their sap and their seeds, it replants another tree. So when they die, they're going to have another thing to back it up.
Oh,
Oh, cool. Are
that's
they
very
resistant
cool.
to the pine beetles? The
Um,
sugar pine?
Sadly, they are not. But me and one of my friends, we became an expert on cedars, and
Hmm.
those are a beautiful, beautiful type of tree. And they're actually fire resistant and water resistant.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Here we have the Cub Scouts, and different school groups will plant trees every year. We also have farmers who aren't using certain fields anymore will plant trees in those fields that have been retired because they weren't really producing a lot of crops. They'll put them back into the forest that they had taken them out of eventually. And they also plant windbreaks along the edges of their
Oh,
fields
yes.
to slow the wind erosion, but it also creates a lot of habitat. So, what are things that you can do around your home, you think, to help your habitats around your house? Oh, I see
Hmm.
somebody said they leave water out for bees and plants flowers for them. Yeah, it's
Right.
funny you say that because the bees do drink water. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Just like
Yeah.
really cool.
leaving out bird feeders for the hummingbees. My
Oh,
grandma does that all the time, and
Yeah.
the hummingbirds just come out, and then
Yeah, they're
we'll
beautiful.
just stay there.
Do you guys pick up trash too on like Earth Day, or do you do that? Do you go out and pick up trash?
Yeah, on Earth Day we usually have like a whole celebration because my school's not like a lot of other schools. So we'll usually do on some holidays like that, we'll usually do like the first couple of hours of our day. We'll just have a ton of rotations with what they call our family groups. So we sit with them at Hearth. It's like a group of 6 people from all different grades. So in mine, there are me, my brother, like a 5th grader, another 6th grader, and 2 kindergartners. So it's a variety of different grades. And we basically do rotations on holidays. So like maybe on Earth Day, we would play a game at one station, we'd pick up trash at one station, and we'd learn how to take care of the earth really well at one station and make little trail markers on another station. Yeah, it's really awesome.
That is really great.
Inspiring.
Yes.
Nancy
We need
Louise
more
is
schools
saying
like that.
she's looking to replace most of her front lawn with hemp plants. I don't need all that grass. And hemp has, well, no, hemp has such a
I
great
know.
impact on the environment. And the good thing
True.
about hemp too is it doesn't take a lot of water. Like a lot of it's funny
And
that
it eats
some
up
places
radiation.
have such. Does it really? Didn't know that. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
they were using it where that spill was in Japan. They were planting a bunch of hemp plants around there to help it. Masao, what's that dude's name? Um, who did the water stuff? He said that the hemp plants bring they help with that kind of negativity that comes from radiation.
Oh, they neutralize it. Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Viv, what else do you think? What do you think in the future you'll want to do with the environment? Because you sound like are you thinking of a career in science or in the stage? Because we were hearing you sing earlier, so we might have
Woohoo.
you sing a little bit of your song if you don't mind.
Well, yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, ever since I was little, I've really always wanted to be a singer slash tumbling gymnast. I've just always
Woohoo.
had some passion for it. Like my dad has videos of me in diapers with those fake echoing microphones singing apple bottom jeans.
Goodness. That's
Ah.
great.
Yeah.
So,
Now, keeping Tahoe blue. That's a organization near you. What do they do? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, so we actually went with a field study. We went on a field study with them. So we went out of our classroom for around 3 hours, and our whole crew picked up around 30 pounds of trash on the beach.
Wow.
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 Somebody actually they went off trail with a Keep Tahoe Blue associate and picked up 3 full big bags full of trash.
Wow.
Wow.
Imagine people
That's
leaving that much out there. It's so beautiful around Tahoe, you know?
Like just taking one of those huge waste management dumpsters and just dumping it on the beach.
Yeah, I remember when we were little, they used to have the songs on the TV. Please, please don't be a litter bug. Every litter bit hurts. I don't know. That was me. I don't know. And I'm not going to sing it any more than that for you guys, because that would just be too bad. One
That's
of
what
the
my
things
mom
that
taught us, though. Wherever we go, wherever it is, in a restaurant, just anywhere where we were, she would look around and say, "Let's leave this area cleaner than when we got here." And
My
even
dad
if it
always
wasn't our
tells us
trash, yeah, you just go around and you just pick up a few things. It doesn't take that long, and then you look back, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
So
we'd
it's a
go to
good habit.
Starbucks with them, and there'd be a couple crumbs on the table, and we'd be like, "Leave the place better than you found it. Get off all the crumbs,
Yes.
make it look all nice."
there you go.
Yes.
yeah. And it's there's all those little things that you can do, whether it's recycling that piece of paper when sometimes it's just easier to throw it in the trash and go out and put it in your recycling, and maybe you don't need to print out everything, right? You can read and support the organizations. Go and look, like there's lots of citizen science. Have you heard of citizen science?
No, I have not.
Okay, well, look up the citizen science in your area. Like there's a place called Cornell University, and that's in the east. They do a lot of bird studies, and they have a lot of citizen science for birds. And it's as simple as looking in your backyard and telling them how many birds and what kinds you have in your backyard. They have like the Great Backyard Bird Feeder Challenge, And it's all citizen science because they wouldn't be able to afford all our eyes and ears if they had to pay us. So we volunteer giving them our information. So it's called citizen science. It's just like with the bats that I do. You count the bats around your house, right? I know. It's
We
weird,
also
but
went on an eagle counting at
Wow.
you went,
Oh,
we went eagle
neat.
wow.
We
counting
have them out here in Tennessee.
for
Yeah, they're
TINS,
so
Tahoe
cool.
Institute for National Sciences. We also went snowshoeing with them, but they asked us if we could go to Kings Beach and go eagle counting. Unfortunately, we saw 0
Neat.
eagles, but
Oh.
You didn't see any eagles that day?
no.
Oh,
Oh.
that's so
The
sad.
grand
Well,
total of
even
0.
yeah, but
Oh, wow.
even that's an important number to have is knowing the lack of a certain species that should be there. We need to know that too.
Like in the
Um,
1990s, they counted like 26.
oh, and now they're down to 0.
Yeah.
I wonder why. Do they have an idea?
You know, they're still trying to figure it out how that number will go drop, up, drop, up.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with nesting places and habitat. When we get uh, into when man moves into a spot, oftentimes we put our elbows out like at the table and we don't let anybody else in. We cut down the
Right.
trees, so we make these nice flat building lots. We put up our big house that's twice as big as what we need for a family, and we're squishing out nature with the elbows. And there's enough on the table, but we just like to make sure we have all the room. And unfortunately, the the birds and the animals are suffering because we want too much, I think, sometimes. Like stuff, right?
Yes.
Like we
Yes.
were talking about clothing and recycle. Do you go to, have you ever been to a thrift store? That's my daughter's new favorite shop, is she goes to thrift stores and recycles, but it's a great place to find stuff. Gently used clothing. Somebody's used it or worn it or just didn't like it or didn't fit.
If
And
Goodwill
it's a
is
great,
considered a thrift
Yes.
store, I just have this one very vivid memory of me and my cousin going there. We both saw this beautiful pink shirt in our size, but we both raced
Ooh.
to it, and she got to it first. I was so sad because I had one
Oh,
of them.
oh wow.
yeah.
It was
They have a whole bunch of thrift stores now, and Play It Again or that where I you don't have any older sisters, so do you get any hand-me-downs? Because that's like we used to say, my parents, that was the original. They came from the Depression, and so everybody had
Yeah, right.
hand-me-downs back then, and they
Yeah.
recycled everything through the first two world wars. But somehow we lost that knowledge, and we stopped and just started consuming without recycling.
Usually
Yeah.
don't get hand-me-downs unless for some reason I really like them because I have 2 older brothers and no sisters.
Hmm.
Uh,
I
yeah.
know another thing that's recycling that you could do at schools is that you have a day where everybody brings books they're done reading. So if they bring 6 books, they can take 6 of the other books.
So
And
we
that way
actually
you don't
have
have to go
something
out.
like that our 3rd
Oh,
graders
neat.
built. It's called their free
Ooh,
little library, and it's like, and they totally built it like this small little like miniature library, and you just open the door and you can grab a book, and you can take it to keep forever and
neat.
put one back in, or you can just read it and then put it
Yes.
back.
That's good.
Ooh, I
That's
love
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So, Teresa, do you recycle at your place
Well,
or
in California
compost?
we did. Now we move out here and out here in Tennessee they don't recycle the bags like they did in California. California, we had to bring our own bags and we put our groceries in our own bags ourselves. We get out here to Tennessee and they're like, no, ma'am, I do that or whatever. And it's like it took me the longest to get used to that. And so I bought bags anyway because my conscience. So I bought the little red Piggly Wiggly bags and I take them with me sometimes. It's like her, you got to remember it. And I don't have a car where I could leave them in my trunk. And so yes, I walk places and yes, I have my bags like that. And I haven't got out into the yard yet. I did grow a little bit in containers last year, but now that I'm in these government apartments, you guys are giving me ideas that this is the next thing I could talk to that lady about. Let's get a community garden going here, and I think
Yeah.
that that'll be fun. As long as I don't see no snakes, I could do it.
I think we tried to
What?
do that at my park, but I
Mhm.
don't know if it really worked because they don't really have any big growing plants. So when you walk in, I mean, there's a little bit to your right, but it's not much. And when it rains and snows, they have like two creeks on the side. And when it's dry, it just looks like dirt. But when it rains and snows and the snow melts, there will literally be a creek
Right.
going all the way across the sidewalk.
Wow.
Wow. So do you grow plants at school? Do you have a little garden at school?
We don't,
Neat.
unfortunately. I
Yes.
wish we did. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah. Time to start one this year.
Oh,
Woohoo.
Katrina is saying compost instead of fertilizers. Oh, and
Yes. Yes.
Amber Elizabeth says she's so smart. We are trying to
Ah.
utilize ways to take care of bug problems so we don't use insecticides
Yes.
put in the air.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Yes. You could
my
Casey,
use
school,
ladybugs and mantises instead of pesticides.
my
yeah,
school, my school's in the forest, so we don't usually
that's
do much gardening because we're in the garden. So I mean,
Mhm.
You're in it.
oh
Ooh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
nice.
cool.
Lisa's saying give a hoot, don't pollute. Yeah, that's so
Yes, I
true.
remember that one.
Yeah.
but
Love
in
Well,
that.
art with my art teacher this year for one of our expeditions, we did a animal defense mechanism expedition, and we learned about how animals defend themselves, and we all chose an expert animal. So I chose the beautiful leafy sea dragon, and in art we actually made pictures of our expert animals.
Ooh,
cool.
that's
And
cool.
one of my best friends, Rowan, she chose a ladybug. And something she told me
Oh,
in 1994, ladybugs went to outer space.
What? That's
ooh,
Oh,
that's so
awesome.
cool. They come from
That's
out
cool.
very
there too.
cool.
It's so cool. I know one more
I love.
thing. One more thing. You guys, you know when there's all those political signs, vote for so and so, vote, vote, and everywhere
No
you
on
go, there's
3,
like a
yes on
whole
5.
litter of them.
Yep.
You could pick them up, and some of the people that are running, some of them will pay you for at the end after it's all over and everybody voted. If you go and pick up their signs, they'll pay you for the signs. So that might be, encourage these political people who have signs everywhere, because why
Oh,
pollute with that kind of
Yeah.
crap, right? I mean, let's get that out of here. So
That's
if
They're
the
always
yeah,
on
in
the
Canada they have
commercials
to
and
pick them up.
bumper stickers and
Canada, we have to pick them up.
posters.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Like, I went through a phase where I'd watch TV every time, 3 commercials in a row. No on
Mhm.
3, no on 3, no on
oh
3.
my God.
Well, Vivian, thank you so much for coming in and giving us some great ideas coming into spring and how we can recycle and how we can help the planet out and things we can do. Um, uh,
Well, yeah, you're
Teresa, can
welcome.
you
Thank
give
you for
us,
having me.
I mean, just a
Well, we
delightful,
got that
it was
question,
delightful.
Bex.
We have the
Bex, ask
question,
the
our
music
our
question.
fun new question. So, if you had to choose a song to be your theme song, what would it be?
Don't
And
rain
I
on my
heard,
parade.
yeah, and I heard you're gonna give us a little preview of that, huh?
This is Don't
Okay.
Rain on My Parade by
Yes,
Vivian Kinnaman.
Woohoo.
Oh, God. Okay.
you got this.
Just sing it to us.
Don't tell me not to live, just sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter. Don't bring around a cloud to rain on my parade. Don't tell me not to fly, I've simply got to. If someone takes a spill, it's me, not you. Who told you you're allowed to rain on my parade?
That was
That is
awesome. You are
Beautiful.
so
awesome.
talented.
Thank
I got
you.
chills.
Yes, beautiful.
Ooh, I got
Mm,
chills.
I think,
From all of us,
Yes,
yes.
thank you so much for that and for all the information you've shared. And I'm really excited to see, how you continue to support and take care of the environment because it's your generation that's really going to turn things around for us. You know,
It
I
will.
really,
this
you
one.
guys are exciting. You're so exciting. And
It
there's,
will.
yeah,
Yes.
this is powerful stuff that you're bringing up for us. You're helping us to feel more inspired and it's just going to keep going. It's going to get bigger. So thank you for being here and being an eco warrior and sharing all that awesome information.
Yeah.
One time I channeled from the Lemurian Star Mothers, and their message was to start listening to the children, that the children are the ones coming to the earth with the answers and that they are qualified to be our teachers. So it's perfectly acceptable for us to sit at your feet and listen to the ideas that you bring in. And so thank you for being one of those amazing, brilliant children.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, Teresa, can you give our little announcements on the way out?
You know, I think so. Only thing is I forgot where I put the winner at. Here it is. Okay. So everyone share this out. There's 2 prizes you get this time. One person is going to win a session with me next week if you share it out this week. But our most honored guest, Vivian, whoever writes the best idea that she picks, she's going to handpick this idea. She's going to send you a short little video from an oracle deck reading that she's going to do just for you for sharing your beautiful idea. And as we share these ideas, it's going to help all of us. And so it's going to be beautiful. And so who won today gets a session with Bex Marie. And guess who won, you guys? Guess who's got the touch? Marla Torres has won a session with Bex Marie, and so that's really exciting. And Sundays are special days at the Akashic Academy. We've already had Elevated Living with Amanda Marie and her 3 guests that she had on, and then we had our show with our beautiful guest, Vivian. And next comes Kathy Holmeyer with Nourish Your Multidimensional Body. And then later tonight, don't miss it, there's Janelle Cameron with the Cosmic Ascension Report, letting us know what's going on cosmically and stuff. And so there's lots going on. There's the Akashic Academy magazine, which you all can check out at our webpage, theakashicacademy.com, and check all that out and come and join us. You know, this is a community that's strong and kid-friendly and environment-friendly. So come and join us and come and be a part of us and join our membership. It's expanding. So many new things are happening, and you can join us for $44.44 a month and talk about the support you get and the family support. How many of us have come out of being light workers and you find yourself like you're all alone in your area and all alone? Come and be with us, be in the family, and it's beautiful. And we're doing big and amazing things to help the earth. And so, thank you all, and I love you, and namaste.
Where's our founder and director? Is she lurking in the background, Emily?
Yeah, where's our founder
and director? There she is.
There.
Hey, do you want to give a little last words?
Yeah, thanks for raising such a great kid, Emily. So
thank you guys for being here, supporting Miss Viv as she makes her debut as a guest expert right here on the network.
Woo-hoo.
It's really an interesting hands-on experience to teach kids, to immerse them. I mean, many of us as parents are just waking up ourselves, right? And we're just figuring out what we're doing with all of our knowledge. Kids make it practical. They make it easy. They require us to make it easy. And I'm learning as much from Viv and being her mom.
Yes,
as she's learning from me.
Yes.
And you can see she's learning most of it from school, not me. But,
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, we thank you both.
Beautiful.
Thank you for letting us have some time with her, and Viv, thanks for hanging out with us. It's been so much fun,
Thank
and
you. It was
we
beautiful.
hope
hearing
to
your
have you
voice
back
in this.
someday when you're doing more and sharing more of your
Yes.
knowledge and wisdom with us.
And we have a special guest next Saturday. We better
Yes.
preview that.
Yeah, we have Melissa Virtue, who's going to come on for a Saturday special event, and she's going to talk about the angels of love. So we're going to have an hour on, love, relationships, dream interpretation, whatever she wants to bring through. It's going to be a pretty awesome hour. And then on Sunday, we have an amazing guest named Delanova Starr, who's going to talk to us about mind-blowing stuff that I am still just barely starting to understand. This stuff, if you guys are ready to really understand more about why we're here and what everything really means, he's able to explain things in a way that I was not able to comprehend before. So, Yeah, I'll send you the video so you can see its interview and you'll see what we're talking about. It was in 2 hours of I couldn't stop watching. So interesting, fascinating. Even talks about clouds, but we'll get into it next week.
Yes.
So it's exciting.
Clouds.
Awesome.
Cloud technology, yes.
We love clouds. I think
Thanks
that's
so much.
Bye, everybody.
Have a blessed week.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Namaste.